Ladies and gentlemen, as we age beyond 65, one silent health challenge begins to affect millions of people around the world: sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength. This condition doesn't just reduce mobility, it increases the risk of falls, frailty, and even chronic diseases. In fact, maintaining strong muscles is one of the most important steps to staying independent and living a vibrant life. As we age, our bodies naturally go through changes, and one of the most significant yet often overlooked changes is the gradual decline in muscle mass and strength. This condition is known as sarcopenia. It is not simply a matter of looking less muscular or losing tone. It is a true medical concern that affects mobility, independence, and overall health. Sarcopenia typically begins to accelerate after the age of 65, but the underlying processes start much earlier. Many people assume that weakness and frailty are inevitable parts of aging, but in reality, much of this decline is preventable if we understand what is happening inside the body and take steps to counter it. Muscles are not just for movement, they are central to metabolism, balance, circulation, and even immunity. When we lose muscle mass, it's not only harder to lift groceries, climb stairs, or get up from a chair, but the body also loses its ability to regulate blood sugar efficiently, protect bones, and support organ function. That's why sarcopenia is closely linked with conditions such as type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, and cardiovascular disease. The loss of muscle also increases the risk of falls, which can be devastating for older adults and often lead to long-term disability. So, what exactly causes sarcopenia? Several biological processes work together to drive muscle decline. First, there is a natural decrease in anabolic hormones such as testosterone, growth hormone, and estrogen, which play a major role in maintaining muscle tissue. Without adequate hormonal signaling, muscles do not respond as strongly to physical activity or protein intake. Second, the body's ability to synthesize new muscle protein slows down with age. This means that even if an older adult eats the same amount of protein as they did when younger, the muscles are less efficient at turning that protein into strength and mass. This phenomenon is sometimes called anabolic resistance. Inflammation is another key factor. As we get older, low-grade chronic inflammation, often called inflammaging, increases in the body. This persistent inflammation damages muscle fibers, reduces their ability to repair, and interferes with the signals that stimulate growth. Coupled with oxidative stress, which is the damage caused by free radicals and poor antioxidant defenses, muscle cells are placed under continuous strain. Over time, they shrink, weaken, and lose their capacity to regenerate. Lifestyle factors play an enormous role as well. Physical inactivity is perhaps the biggest contributor to sarcopenia. Muscles follow a very simple rule: use them or lose them. When people stop engaging in resistance or weight-bearing activities, muscle fibers atrophy, and the nervous system reduces its activation of those fibers. Diet is equally important. Many older adults unintentionally reduce their protein intake, either because of changes in appetite, dental problems, digestive issues, or limited access to healthy foods. Without enough high-quality protein and essential amino acids, the raw material for muscle maintenance simply isn't there. Another overlooked aspect is the role of the nervous system. Muscles do not work in isolation, they rely on signals from motor neurons. With age, motor neurons die off, and the muscle fibers they control either shrink or get reassigned. This leads to a loss of coordination, slower reflexes, and weaker muscle contractions. It explains why many older adults not only lose strength, but also notice changes in balance and reaction time. Consequences of sarcopenia extend far beyond muscle strength. It has been shown that people with lower muscle mass have higher risks of hospitalization, longer recovery times after illness, and reduced resilience against stressors like infections or surgery. Muscle acts as a reserve of proteins and amino acids that the body can draw upon during times of illness. Without it, the body is left vulnerable, In fact, scientists now recognize muscle as one of the strongest predictors of healthy aging and longevity. The good news is that sarcopenia is not an unavoidable fate. By understanding the underlying causes, people can take proactive steps to slow down or even reverse the process. Exercise, particularly resistance training and functional movement, stimulates the growth of new muscle fibers and strengthens the connection between nerves and muscles. Adequate protein intake, ideally spread throughout the day, provides the necessary building blocks. Other nutrients such as vitamin D, omega-3 fatty acids, and certain plant-based bioactives have also been shown to support muscle health. Even small daily habits like walking, carrying groceries, or practicing balance exercises can make a huge difference when done consistently. In short, sarcopenia represents one of the greatest challenges to aging well, but it is not beyond our control. Muscles are living, dynamic tissues that respond to what we eat, how we move, and how we live. By recognizing the early signs of decline and addressing the root causes hormonal shifts, inflammation, reduced activity, and poor nutrition, we can preserve strength, independence, and vitality well into our later years. Instead of accepting weakness as a natural part of aging, we can approach muscle health as something that deserves as much attention as heart health or brain health. After all, strong muscles are the foundation of a strong life. Nutrition plays a fundamental role in muscle health, and for those over the age of 65, it becomes one of the most powerful tools to prevent or fight sarcopenia. While exercise stimulates muscle fibers, nutrition provides the raw materials that allow them to grow, repair, and function properly. Without the right nutrients, even the best exercise routine cannot deliver its full benefits. This is why researchers and medical experts, including Dr. William Lai, emphasize diet as a cornerstone in maintaining strength and vitality during aging. The most critical nutrient for preserving muscle is protein. Proteins are made up of amino acids, the building blocks of muscle tissue. As the body ages, it experiences anabolic resistance, which means that muscles respond less effectively to protein intake compared to when we are younger. This is why older adults often need higher amounts of protein per meal to stimulate muscle protein synthesis effectively. Studies suggest that while younger adults can maintain muscle with about 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, older adults may need closer to 1.2 to 1.5 grams. Importantly, the timing and distribution of protein intake matter. Rather than consuming most protein in one large meal, spreading it evenly across breakfast, lunch, and dinner ensures that the muscles receive a steady supply of amino acids throughout the day. Not all proteins are equal when it comes to muscle health. High-quality proteins rich in essential amino acids, especially leucine, are the most effective at stimulating muscle growth. Leucine acts as a key signal to the body, turning on the pathways that build and repair muscle. Foods such as lean meats, poultry, fish, eggs, dairy products, soy, and legumes are excellent sources. In recent years, supplements like whey protein or collagen peptides have become popular additions, especially for older adults who may find it difficult to consume enough protein from meals alone. Adding a scoop of whey or collagen to a morning coffee, smoothie, or oatmeal can be a convenient way to bridge the gap. Beyond protein, other nutrients are equally important in supporting muscle preservation. Vitamin D is one of the most critical, as it not only strengthens bones but also improves muscle function. Low levels of vitamin D have been consistently linked with muscle weakness and increased risk of falls in older adults. Since natural production of vitamin D through sunlight decreases with age, supplementation or vitamin D-rich foods such as fatty fish, fortified dairy, or mushrooms can play a crucial role. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in foods like salmon, flax seeds, and walnuts, also contribute significantly. They help reduce chronic inflammation, one of the key drivers of sarcopenia, and may even enhance muscle protein synthesis when combined with resistance exercise. Antioxidants from fruits and vegetables, including vitamins C and E, further protect muscle cells from oxidative stress and damage, allowing them to remain stronger for longer. Creatine, often associated with athletes, is another nutrient that has shown surprising benefits for older adults. This naturally occurring compound helps replenish energy in muscle cells, allowing them to perform more work during exercise. Research has demonstrated that creatine supplementation, especially when combined with resistance training, can improve muscle strength and endurance in seniors. When added in small amounts to coffee or taken as a powder mixed with water, it becomes an easy and effective way to support aging muscles. It is also important to consider hydration and overall dietary balance. Muscles are composed largely of water, and dehydration can impair strength and performance. Older adults are particularly vulnerable to dehydration because the sensation of thirst diminishes with age. Ensuring adequate water intake throughout the day, along with electrolyte-rich foods, helps muscles stay functional and energized. Whole grains, nuts, seeds, and colorful vegetables provide essential minerals like magnesium and potassium that support muscle contraction and relaxation. Nutrition for muscle health is not just about adding certain foods, but also about reducing harmful dietary patterns. Diets high in processed sugars, refined carbohydrates, and unhealthy fats contribute to inflammation and accelerate muscle breakdown. Replacing these with whole, nutrient-dense foods supports not only muscle, but also heart, brain, and overall body health. The Mediterranean diet, which emphasizes lean protein, olive oil, vegetables, fruits, legumes, and fish, has been shown to lower the risk of sarcopenia while also protecting against chronic disease. What makes nutrition particularly powerful in the fight against muscle loss is its ability to work hand in hand with physical activity. A simple example is the anabolic window, the period after exercise when muscles are especially receptive to nutrients. Consuming a protein-rich snack or drink within an hour of exercise can maximize muscle repair and growth. For an older adult, this could be as simple as a yogurt with fruit, a handful of nuts, or a cup of coffee blended with protein powder. In summary, nutrition is not just about fueling the body. It is about supplying the precise elements that muscles need to resist aging. Protein, vitamins, healthy fats, and minerals work together to protect strength and function. Small daily habits like ensuring adequate protein at breakfast, adding omega-3s to meals, or including a scoop of collagen in coffee can create significant long-term benefits. Aging does not have to mean weakness, and nutrition provides one of the most direct, accessible, and effective strategies for preserving vitality. With thoughtful food choices, older adults can transform their meals into medicine and keep their muscles resilient well into their later years. Coffee is one of the most widely consumed beverages in the world, and for many people, it is an essential part of their daily routine. While it is often valued for its stimulating effects, its role as a functional beverage is becoming increasingly recognized, especially when it comes to supporting health in older adults. Beyond simply providing a caffeine boost, coffee contains a wide range of bioactive compounds that can positively influence muscle health, metabolism, and even longevity. For those over 65, coffee can become more than a morning ritual. That can be an effective tool in the fight against sarcopenia when paired with the right additions. At its core, coffee naturally contains antioxidants, polyphenols, and compounds that support circulation and reduce inflammation. These qualities are critical because muscle loss in older adults is not just about reduced activity or declining hormones. It is also driven by oxidative stress and chronic inflammation. The antioxidants in coffee, such as chlorogenic acid, help neutralize free radicals that damage muscle cells, while its anti-inflammatory effects can protect muscle fibers from breakdown. This means that even before adding anything extra, coffee itself offers some degree of muscle protection. Caffeine, the most well-known compound in coffee, also contributes to muscle health in indirect but meaningful ways. It stimulates the nervous system, which can enhance muscle activation during movement. Older adults often struggle with reduced neuromuscular efficiency, where signals between the brain and muscle fibers become weaker. Caffeine helps sharpen this communication, improving coordination, reaction time, and endurance during physical activity. This is particularly important for maintaining balance and preventing falls. In addition, caffeine increases energy expenditure and fat metabolism, which can help older adults manage body weight and prevent excess fat from replacing lean muscle tissue. The true potential of coffee as a functional beverage emerges when it is combined with muscle-supporting nutrients. Adding protein powders such as whey, casein, or collagen peptides transforms coffee into a nutrient-rich drink that not only wakes you up but also delivers the amino acids needed to repair and maintain muscle tissue. For example, collagen peptides are easily digested and provide specific amino acids like glycine and proline, which are essential for joint and connective tissue health in addition to supporting muscles. Whey protein, rich in leucine, can trigger muscle protein synthesis effectively, making a simple coffee and protein blend a convenient choice for older adults. Creatine is another powerful addition to coffee. Though commonly associated with athletes, research has shown that creatine supplementation benefits older adults as well by enhancing muscle energy reserves. Muscles rely on a molecule called ATP for energy during movement, and creatine helps replenish ATP more quickly. This means that even simple activities like climbing stairs or carrying groceries become easier when muscles are better fueled. A small serving of creatine mixed into morning coffee can provide consistent support for daily strength and endurance, and over time, it helps slow down the loss of lean mass. Another functional ingredient that pairs well with coffee is plant-based adaptogens such as ashwagandha or maca powder. These natural substances not only reduce stress and fatigue, but can also support hormonal balance, which indirectly benefits muscle preservation. Since aging is accompanied by declines in anabolic hormones like testosterone and estrogen, adaptogens may provide gentle support to the body's resilience and vitality. The versatility of coffee also makes it an ideal delivery system for micronutrients. Adding fortified creamers or powders that include vitamin D, calcium, or omega-3 fatty acids is a simple way to ensure these muscle-protecting nutrients are consumed daily. For instance, vitamin D plays a central role in muscle contraction and bone strength, while omega-3s reduce inflammation that contributes to sarcopenia. By incorporating them into coffee, an everyday habit becomes a targeted health intervention. Another advantage of coffee is its timing. Because many people drink it in the morning, it provides a natural opportunity to nourish the body at a time when muscles are particularly receptive. After a night of fasting, the body is primed to absorb nutrients, and combining coffee with protein or other muscle-supportive compounds ensures that the first meal of the day sets a strong foundation for muscle health. This synergy between routine and nutrition makes coffee an easy, sustainable tool for older adults. It is also worth noting that the social and psychological aspects of coffee consumption contribute indirectly to muscle health. Sharing coffee with friends or making it part of a mindful morning ritual encourages consistency. Emotional well-being and reduced stress are strongly linked to better overall health outcomes, including muscle preservation. A cup of fortified coffee can therefore nurture not only the body but also the mind, helping to create a sense of daily empowerment. Of course, moderation is important. Too much caffeine can disrupt sleep, and poor sleep itself is a risk factor for muscle loss and frailty. Older adults should focus on enjoying coffee in moderate amounts and preferably earlier in the day to avoid sleep disturbances. When consumed thoughtfully, coffee becomes a safe and effective foundation for supporting both energy and muscle strength. Ultimately, coffee is more than just a beverage. It is a versatile platform that can be adapted to meet the needs of aging bodies. With the simple addition of proteins, creatine, vitamins, or other functional nutrients, coffee evolves into a powerful ally against sarcopenia. For those over 65, turning a daily ritual into a therapeutic practice not only helps maintain muscle, but also empowers individuals to stay strong, independent, and active well into their later years. Fighting sarcopenia requires more than just focusing on one single factor. While nutrition and functional beverages like fortified coffee are powerful, they must be part of a broader lifestyle strategy that addresses the many dimensions of muscle health. Dr. William Lai and other experts emphasize that protecting muscles in older age is about creating a balance between food, movement, rest, and medical guidance. When these elements work together, the body gains a much stronger defense against the natural decline of muscle mass and function. One of the most important lifestyle strategies is physical activity, especially resistance exercise. Muscles respond to mechanical stress when they are challenged through activities such as lifting weights, using resistance bands, or performing bodyweight exercises like squats and push-ups. They adapt by becoming stronger and more resilient. For older adults, this does not mean heavy weightlifting is required. Even light resistance training a few times a week can make a significant difference. Strength training stimulates muscle fibers, enhances balance, and improves coordination, all of which reduce the risk of falls and injuries. Walking, cycling, swimming, and other aerobic activities also play a supportive role by improving cardiovascular health, circulation, and endurance, which in turn help muscles perform better. Beyond exercise, rest and recovery are just as essential. Muscle growth and repair occur not during the workout itself, but afterward when the body has time to recover. Sleep is a critical factor here. During deep sleep, growth hormone is released, which plays an important role in maintaining and building muscle tissue. Unfortunately, many older adults struggle with sleep disturbances, which can hinder muscle recovery and accelerate sarcopenia. Establishing healthy sleep routines, reducing caffeine later in the day, and creating an environment conducive to restful sleep can have a direct impact on muscle preservation. Another key component of lifestyle is stress management. Chronic stress elevates levels of cortisol, a hormone that, in excess, can contribute to muscle breakdown and fat accumulation. Practices such as meditation, yoga, tai chi, or even simple breathing exercises can help lower stress levels, creating a more favorable hormonal environment for muscle health. These practices also enhance balance and flexibility, further supporting independence and reducing injury risk in older adults. Medical insights also play a critical role in combating sarcopenia. Regular checkups allow doctors to monitor hormone levels, vitamin deficiencies, and other risk factors that may accelerate muscle loss. For instance, low testosterone or estrogen, vitamin D deficiency, and unrecognized chronic inflammation can all weaken muscles, but with medical guidance, they can be addressed through supplements, therapies, or lifestyle changes. In some cases, targeted interventions such as hormone replacement therapy or prescribed exercise programs under professional supervision can significantly improve outcomes. Blood tests can help identify nutritional gaps, ensuring that individuals receive the exact nutrients their muscles need to thrive. Another medical consideration is the impact of chronic conditions such as diabetes, arthritis, or heart disease on muscle health. These conditions can limit activity levels or interfere with nutrient absorption, making sarcopenia more likely. By managing these conditions effectively through medication, diet, and physical activity, older adults can reduce their impact on muscle decline. Physicians are increasingly recognizing the importance of integrating muscle health into treatment plans, understanding that strong muscles are not just a fitness goal but a medical necessity for healthy aging. Community and social engagement also fall under the lifestyle umbrella. Staying active socially has surprising benefits for physical health. Older adults who participate in group activities, exercise classes, or community programs tend to maintain stronger bodies and healthier habits. The motivation and accountability provided by social interaction encourage consistency in exercise and nutrition, both of which are critical for long-term muscle preservation. Hydration, often overlooked, is another lifestyle factor with medical implications. Muscles are largely made of water, and dehydration can reduce strength, endurance, and recovery. Older adults are particularly vulnerable because the sensation of thirst diminishes with age. Developing the habit of drinking water consistently throughout the day ensures that muscles remain functional and able to perform at their best. Even mild dehydration can impair physical performance, so this simple adjustment can have a powerful effect on muscle health. Perhaps the most important insight is that lifestyle and medical strategies are not isolated, they reinforce one another. For example, regular exercise improves insulin sensitivity, which helps manage blood sugar levels, reducing the impact of diabetes on muscle loss. Good nutrition ensures that exercise is more effective, while proper sleep enhances the benefits of both. Stress management helps regulate hormones, and medical monitoring ensures that any hidden deficiencies are addressed. This holistic approach is what creates resilience against sarcopenia. Dr. William Lai often speaks about food as medicine, but he also emphasizes the importance of a lifestyle that combines science with daily practice. The fight against muscle loss is not about extreme measures, but about consistent, sustainable habits that compound over time. A person who engages in moderate exercise, eats nutrient-rich meals, fortifies their coffee with protein or creatine, manages stress, stays hydrated, and works with their doctor to monitor health markers is far less likely to experience the severe consequences of sarcopenia. They are more likely to remain independent, energetic, and able to enjoy life well into their later years. In essence, lifestyle and medical insights provide the framework within which nutrition and exercise can deliver their maximum benefits. Aging does not mean surrendering strength. With the right balance of movement, rest, nourishment, stress control, medical support, and community engagement, older adults can maintain robust muscle health. This holistic strategy transforms the challenge of sarcopenia into an opportunity to age with strength, resilience, and dignity.